Hey everybody and welcome to TalkChain, YouTube's favorite cryptocurrency podcast. My name is Matt, going without Rob today, but we're going to have a good time regardless. Today I'm going to talk about the Winklevoss twins announcing that they're starting a self-regulatory organization. Also going to talk about the latest Binance announcement of them starting a decentralized exchange. So let's get to it. Overall today, markets are relatively flat, seeing a lot of chop all over the place, except for a few exceptions, which we will get into. One of my favorites, VE Chain, up 10% today. And we also see that Binance Coin, that is up almost 25%. Before we get into that, though, let me talk about my favorite technical analysis. Since Rob is not here, we can indulge a little bit. So in the last couple days, we saw a lower low here, and that's from the low that we saw in late February. So this, to me, tells me that we're continuing in this bearish pattern. I am not buying this dip here. I think we're going to make a high around 10,000, and then we're going to probably head more towards 7,500. And from there, it's anybody's guess. I do think that we need to see some more fundamental things happen in the marketplace before we see a big move in the upside. I do like what's going on with the Lightning Network and the SegWit adoption, which is now well over 30%. But until we get to more critical mass adoption, I think we're going to continue to see some chop and maybe even more bearish declines. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get to it. So, CFTC official backs Winklevoss crypto self-regulation bid. So the Winklevoss twins, who, if you don't know, are the enemies of Mark Zuckerberg from the old Facebook days, and they are big proponents of Bitcoin, and they started an exchange known as Gemini. So they have been involved with the CFTC, just talking with them, and they decided that they wanted to start this self-regulatory organization, which currently already exists for the futures market. So they want to do this for the cryptocurrency markets, and it's pretty much not, they don't have really any enforcement powers. It's more of like a fun club that anybody who's involved in providing a crypto service gets to be part of, and with that membership to the club, they're looked at as having more authority than somebody who's not. So, so the rules for being involved in the self-regulatory organization is you can't operate a market. You're not a trade. It's not a trade association. There's no regulatory programs, and they follow the compliance for self-regulatory organizations. So they're going to call it the Virtual Commodity Association, and they're inviting anybody who's involved with crypto in terms of providing a commodity platform, a trading firm, pretty much anybody who sells or is involved in crypto and providing these services to citizens of the United States. You can join this association, and then with that, you follow the rules that they are going to decide on, which are going to be best for the consumer, presumably. And with that, you get the seal of approval from this SRO, and people are going to look at you as having more authority in the space. So I think it's a good thing. Hard to see how this could be bad. They don't have any regulatory oversight, so it's going to be up to the CFTC or the SEC to actually enforce a lot of the rules. But having an SRO like this is just good to have in place, and it keeps people a little more honest than if it wasn't. So I don't think the futures one that exists, it didn't stop any manipulation that went on. It's really up to the real regulators to come in and step in and stop it. But I still think that having these things is a good thing. So good for the Winklevoss twins for coming out and reaching out to the CFTC. I think some of this might just be a little bit of pandering to the CFTC to get them on the good side, and it's also keeping people in line a little bit more. So, the more contact that the Winklevoss twins have with the CFTC, the more they can make sure that they're in line with the rules and that the CFTC isn't going to come down and shut them down out of nowhere. Anyway, moving on. So Binance Chain. So CZ, the CEO of Binance, announced today that they are going to start a decentralized exchange platform. So they I have a soft spot for Binance just given how upfront they've been through any ups and downs in their product, in their exchange. They've always been very forthright when it comes to anything related to issues with their platform or potential hacks or potential fraud. They've always been super quick to tell everybody what's going on and put everybody at ease. So I definitely think that they're kind of a leader in this way, and I think that this announcement just confirms what I believe. So they say a few vague things here that I don't really know where they're going to go with, and they talk about how they want to go from a company to a community, and I think in terms of their Binance Labs, so the technology incubator, so that's sort of a community thing. Like they're providing funds to get companies that want to be involved in creating new tech, and that's a good thing. They have some codex, which is good, a community thing. So I think they're really trying to become more of a hub where people can come in and contribute to the program. So related to the community thing, I think the whole point is that they want to be less. They want to have an exchange that's not as centralized as the one that they have right now. So the main advantage of this I see is that it's less of a security threat. And we know that about a week ago, there was a phishing scam that tried to go on to get people's API keys related to Binance to try and hack their stuff. So I think Binance is trying to, in getting this decentralized exchange, is sort of distancing themselves from needing as much security because it's going to be a public ledger like any other platform that's involved in this way. So he also mentions that the centralized and decentralized exchanges will coexist in the near future, complementing each other. And if you remember in Robin Mind's Telegram ICO video, Pavel Durov also mentioned that centralized and decentralized aspects might be ideal for some products. The centralization feature being easier for scalability, while decentralized being a little bit better for security. So gonna see how this evolves as we go. Another thing that the announcement mentioned is that the Binance coin is going to be upgraded to its own mainnet. So for those who don't know, Binance coin is the Binance house coin, and it gives you half off their fees for now. I think if you use their Binance coin to pay for fees, and they do burns of a bunch of coins every quarter to maintain a decent amount of value in the Binance coin. But it is an ERC20 token on the Ethereum network, so Binance is going to shift to its own mainnet, and the Binance coin somehow is I don't know what they're going to do. You might have to give in your ERC20 Binance coins and be provided with their own blockchain mainnet Binance coin, but they're going to have to sort that out when the time comes. So I think their goal is noble. It seems like these are honest dudes really looking to improve the space, and I definitely have a lot of trust in these guys for now. So definitely going to keep my eye on how this project goes, and it's definitely the reason why Binance coin is up 25% today. I own some Binance coin. I think Rob does too, but he's shifting in and out of positions every day, so it's really hard to know. But so I definitely think Binance coin is a buy at this price. Just given how you can use it to offset the fees for trading, I think it's good. But we'll see how it goes from there, how this evolves, and how other exchanges respond to this. I do think that one of the things that we're seeing is a lot of competition between exchanges for your business. And when Binance is leading the way doing decentralized stuff like this, it's going to definitely incentivize, or it's going to hold other exchanges' feet to the fire more and get them to provide more innovation for their stuff. So going to wrap it up there. Short video today, but thank you guys very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and follow us at TalkChainPod on Twitter. And with that, going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.